Good morning, Taurus. Welcome back to the Warrior's Journey Tarot. It's been so long. It feels like forever. I've missed you guys. I had a wonderful rest. And I've just been very busy. And I had things come up, unforeseen things, and I was busy. But I am back. Let's get on with your readings. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 16th to the 22nd. You guys know there's a Libra full moon on April 19th. This is a second Libra full moon. And then the new moon is going to be on May 4th. Let's light up some incense, get this energy cleansed over here. So we've got the Libra full moon on April 19th. It's going to bring things to justice, to balance, to endings, resolutions, the culmination or the completions of cycles. If you've been manifesting actively for the previous month, a lot of you are going to see the results of all of your hard work coming now with this full moon. And then it's going to get exciting again with this new moon on May 4th. All right, so let's just get straight into your reading. I'm going to pull the 5-card spread. You guys know how that works. First card is the situation. Second is Taurus. Third is surrounding you. Fourth is the outcome. And then I'll pull one from the underlying energy. And for each card I pull, I'll take one from the bottom deck. Bottom of the deck. I'm sorry, my throat's going now. Whoo! So much has been going on. It's very interesting to see how the planets influence us. My crystals are outside. They're still outside. They're going to stay outside for the full moon as well. Then I'm just going to have to pack them up. There's the situation. Pack them up. On the bottom, 2 major arcana. So let's just talk about your reading now. So the second card is you, Taurus. Strength. You got strength as a situation, and the High Priestess is the clarifier. High Priestess is all about following your intuition. The Strength card comes up when you need to draw on your inner strength and your courage to stand up to the moon. Look at you, the moon. An Ace of Swords. Standing up for yourself. In the face of opposition, standing up to your fears, possibly. Conquering your fears. And the moon is about hidden fears as well. And we already know that the moon is coming up, the full moon, right? On the 19th. This reading is for the 16th to the 22nd. So let's pull a card now for what is surrounding you, Taurus. What's surrounding Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the 16th to the 22nd? Here we get a card representing what is surrounding Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the 16th to the 22nd. The moon. 2 cards of intuition with the High Priestess and the moon. Ace of Swords. Oh, there we go. So we have the 7 of Swords surrounding you. And the clarifier is 8 of Wands. Let's get an outcome. Can we please get an outcome for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please? And we know the 7 of Swords is the Lord of unstable efforts. That's what the card is called. When you're starting fresh. Starting over, when you've left a situation, and this is your, too much, there's you, Taurus, but That's way too much, all right? And it's not 3 cards, guys. It's like 8 or 9, so I can't do a side read with that. So the Seven of Swords is the Lord of unstable efforts, where you are on shaky ground trying to start fresh somewhere new. You don't know your surroundings so well. You don't know what's going to work out for you so well. It's kind of like being a tourist. Oh, well, there we go. And that's the underlying energy. As well as, let's get a clarifier, the Empress. There you are, Taurus. And then we'll, under there, Ace of Cups. So, this is a very positive read. It looks like you're going to have to, the situation is calling for courage and strength for the 16th to the 22nd. Some of you may be possibly dealing with a Leo in your life. They might be someone supportive and giving you, you know, backup or, you know, a shoulder to lean on, some kind of, you know, a friend to talk to, that kind of a support. But I feel like this is a situation where it's calling for you to step up. And I feel like it could also be some strong kind of spiritual support as well. With the Strength card, it comes up when you are facing some kind of a challenge or opposition or some new phase, and you get the Strength card to overcome those obstacles, saying that you have to draw on your own inner courage and strength. The situation is calling for this. Now, clarifying this High Priestess card. You already know what situation is calling for your strength. You already know what the situation is. You already know what you need to do. You know what you're scared of. You know what your fears are. High Priestess is all about trusting your intuition. She sees everything. She's a passive energy. She's a knowing energy. There's power in knowing. And she's a card of deep intuition. She is the card of seeing everything, knowing all the secrets, a secret possibly being revealed, but really just about having that knowledge within yourself, trusting your intuition. Facing your fears and trusting in your intuition. Then you've got you with the Moon card, another card of deep intuition. The Moon is your hidden emotions, your feelings, your dreams, everything that's beneath the surface. When you go to sleep, everything that rises up in your subconscious. So that's the Moon card showing up, where it can represent double intuition here. So whatever you feel in your gut that you know in this situation you need to do, whatever you're being compelled to do, whatever you feel divinely guided, intuitively guided, okay, to do. It's saying trust in your intuition. But there definitely is a sense that with trusting your intuition, with doing what you're doing, with a strength, and then the other aspect of the Moon card, which is this feeling of isolation. Feeling like you are a little bit, you know, cold, a little bit isolated, a little bit maybe even moody, or in some cases depressed. Now, I don't think it's a depression thing. What I'm seeing here is with Strength and the Moon, having to face your subconscious fears, possibly very old fears and insecurities or issues from growing up, from past lives, for whatever it is. This is 3 major arcana cards. Major arcana means major secrets. These are fate cards. They're going to play a strong influence. The situation is strong. You are strong for the 16th to the 22nd. The Moon card is saying all of your hidden fears are going to come up, and the situation requires for you to be strong. Now, what happens with the Moon, clarifying the Moon, is the Ace of Swords. Some of you may be dealing with work where you have to communicate in, you know, through making speeches or a lot of conversations with people, interpersonal skills required. I don't know. But the Ace of Swords stands for communication. And again, standing up for yourself, speaking your truth with clarity. It's the sword of truth, victory, and clarity. This sword is always described as being very sharp and cutting both ways. So also knowing to speak in a way that is the most beneficial to you. Using it to stand up for yourself, definitely, but also not to be too aggressive so that you don't offend people unnecessarily and you don't create more commotion or drama or conflict with your powerful sword there that's very sharp, because it might cause more, bumps in the road and obstacles for you later. But trusting your intuition, being divinely guided, being guided and trusting how you're feeling and standing up to your fears. Because the moon energy, it could be everything coming up, not just negative, but everything that you've been working towards. Especially, I feel like with the full moon coming up on the 19th. Around you, you got 7 of Swords. So what's all this insecurity, not insecurity, what is all this like facing your fears? What's all this happening with the changes here with the major arcana? Because the 7 of Swords is what's surrounding you. A new start. 6 of Swords, the card before, is when you leave a situation and you move on to something new. 7 of Swords is the Lord of Unstable Efforts when you're trying to figure things out now. I said it's like being a tourist. When you're going around, you don't quite know everything. Just enjoy the ride. Don't be too worried. Yes, there's going to be some little kind of possibly sneakery or deception or attempts to throw you off your game. And the 7 of Swords can also represent, aside from, starting fresh, going somewhere new. With the 6 of Swords, the travel is implied or some kind of, leaving a situation. With the 7 now is starting fresh. Figuring things out all over again from scratch. But it's a good thing because you've left something that was toxic. Now the 7 of Swords also implies some kind of attempts to, be sneaky or someone trying to sneak away with information. In some tarot decks, you'll see people going through files, looking up information, spying on you. And you see the swan at the top. She or he is very aware of this kind of conflict or issues at the bottom here, but trying to steal one of the swords, but is not too concerned because they've got other things going on. You've got other things going on. You've got big plans going on, and in spite of whatever obstacles there are, and there's always obstacles, the situation's calling for you to have strength to overcome your obstacles. Now, what's clarifying the 7 of Swords is the 8 of Wands. This is why I say it's a positive card, like where you feel like a tourist, because the 7 of Swords is about, again, starting fresh, but what's clarifying this is the 8 of Wands. Very positive card. It's about high, intense energy, love, enthusiasm, passion, inspiration, positive feedback, support. Everything happening at a rapid pace. Communications going back and forth of love and joy and excitement. Electric energy. So this is what's clarifying your move. Your 7 of Swords. You're starting over. It's happening quickly. It's exciting. It's giving you new life. It's happening so fast, it's almost like a little overwhelming for the period of the 16th to the 22nd. We picked some underlying cards. I did it a little different today, but the underlying energy is 4 of Pentacles. So what are you so nervous about, Taurus? 4 of Pentacles is the underlying energy of this energy of holding your pentacles tight to you. Possibly worried about finances. Worried about how you're going to make things, your finances stretch. How you're going to make it work. With this new move, this new life, this big change. So the 4 of Pentacles is holding tight to everything you have. It's also a card indicating miserliness, greed, and in love and romance, it could be not being satisfied with what you have and still having a roaming eye. But the 4 of Pentacles is generally about being cut off and unreceptive, distrusting of others, paranoid maybe, but maybe not. Because the 7 of Swords is also, you see the deceit here, right? So this Four of Pentacles is holding tight to what you have, worried about who's coming for you. Because what comes before the Four of Pentacles? It's the Three of Pentacles, which is about success. You're the best at what you do. You get recognition for your skills. The Three of Pentacles is for an artist, a craftsman who's the best at what they do, and everyone recognizes their skills. It's about collaboration, working with others. So what happens with the Four of Pentacles is once you've gotten that acclaim, that fame, that success, you're holding tight now, because every time something good happens, always I say, obstacles come. That push to the next level. The Devil card pops up or obstacles pop up. So the Four of Coins is just about holding tight now. You're like, okay, I just reached a new level. I'm nervous. This is new territory for me. I don't know my surroundings very well. I don't know this kind of, new life here. I'm not familiar with it. So I'm holding tight to my coins. I'm nervous. That kind of energy. That's okay. It's minor arcana. Easily fixable with your change in the way you look at things. The whole energy will flip. It's not a big deal, but it's just good to be mindful of. Now, why are you so worried about holding tight to what you have? Clarified by the Empress. We know Empress is ruled over by the sign of Taurus. The Empress and the High Priestess. You got both. Now, I've told you before, the High Priestess is the virginal, colder, passive energy of deep knowing, female, deep intuition, but just a more colder, empowered, but passive energy. And then you get from the same High Priestess turns into the Empress once she starts creating and manifesting. And then you get pregnancy and birth and womanhood and going into manifesting life, art, beauty, creativity, abundance, wealth, harvest, all of those things. So the Empress is now the active, older, more mature, evolved High Priestess. So you see, from the situation to the outcome, so this is situation, you, surrounding you, outcome. Sorry, and the underlying energies here. The outcome is this. So the outcome is you're holding tight to your coins and you're nervous. You might even get a little greedy with the Empress showing up as a clarifier, because the Empress is all about abundance, life-giving, wealth, beauty, love, generosity, that female Mother Earth energy. And what I love as well is you got the Ace of Cups underlying. This is the underlying energy. You got the Ace of Cups. So from the High Priestess, you make that leap from fear, hidden fears coming up, but trusting in your intuition and being courageous, being strong, and you jump to the Empress. So something big is happening from the 16th to the 22nd. You're making a move, especially I feel like with this moon energy for you. On the 19th is the full moon. A lot of you are going to be experiencing big changes, especially for those of you who've been actively trying to manifest in a better life, cutting cords, cutting off people who are toxic, trying to pursue new ventures, new dreams. For those of you who've been working on your spirituality, trying to work on your intuition, trying to, evolve spiritually. All of these things, the moon card, especially on April 19th, full moon, you're going to feel a big shift, a big change. The Empress is from the High Priestess to the Empress. Look how everything on the underlying energy, the clarifiers, it's beautiful. Ace of Cups. Let's talk about the Ace of Cups. It can represent with the Empress as well and the Ace of Cups. I know some of you are pregnant. Empress is very much about pregnancy and childbirth. because she's giving life. She's all about life-giving energy, creativity, and fertility. So for some of you, you might even be getting pregnant because you got the Ace of Cups as well. That doesn't mean this is a reading about pregnancy, because the Ace of Cups is about not just childbirth or baptisms and things like that. It's, for me, typically resonates as when you know your cup is full. When you're happy and you're joyous. Because you finally have gotten that fulfillment from trusting your intuition and being strong. The payoff comes with the Ace of Cups. Your cup runneth over. You are joyous. You are happy. You are fulfilled and content within yourself. Something is making you very, very happy. Now let's pull some cards. This is Gabrielle Bernstein's Miracles. Now let's pull a card from the top and from the bottom to clarify some things here for us about what all this is about. All right. So can we please get a card for Taurus? And I'll take one from the top and one from the bottom as well. For Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 16th to the 22nd, please. Especially with the Moon and the Seven of Swords, and with the Four of Pentacles, you get the feeling of being a little scared. Being a little bit scared of the unknown. But you've got the Strength card to say, it doesn't matter if you're scared. You've got what it takes to stand up to your fears. To stand up to whatever you need to do. All of these cards with the Moon, Seven of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles feels like fear of change, fear of the unknown, but following your intuition regardless, trusting in your intuition and having that strength, trusting that you have the strength and the courage. That's what the situation's calling for. That's what you're going to bring out. And it bringing you beautiful, wonderful, positive, abundant change in your life with the Empress and the Ace of Cups. You might not be able to relax right away with the Four of Pentacles. You may be nervous about this change. Like, I'm not used to things being this easy. I'm not used to life being this good. I never knew I could have life like this. Like that kind of an energy. But the Empress is here clarifying, going, it's only going to get better. Your cup is full. All right. We got happiness is a choice I make. Absolutely. And that's what the Ace of Cups is about. Being happy and fulfilled and content with your cup being full. Not just trying to see a cup and saying it's half full. No, knowing it's full to the brim, overflowing. I welcome abundance and I will pay attention to the guidance I receive. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this happy energy here. We're talking about the Empress. Bringing in the abundance, the Ace of Cups, the full cup of joy and happiness. Being scared of change, starting over, being brave, regardless. Because happiness is a choice that you can make for yourself. And you're going to welcome abundance and pay attention to the guidance that you receive. Again, for those of you who've been actively manifesting and trying, anything you try and put hard work into, you will see the results and the benefits. Full moon's just going to bring all of that out. It's just a magnifying glass to everything that's already going on. I'm going to pull a Goddess Guidance Oracle card. This is from Doreen Virtue. Let's see what beautiful goddess comes out to give us some wonderful guidance. Love you all for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 16th to the 22nd. Could we please get some guidance for April 16th to the 22nd for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please? What guidance does Taurus need? Can we get a goddess, please, to give us some guidance? We'll take a peek on the top and on the bottom for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 16th, 22nd. Okay. Vast, independent. I love it. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. And do you see, when I said to you, I feel like there's strong spiritual help. You see, I said it might be a Leo, but you see, I said it was also, I feel like there's spiritual strength backing you up, like strong friends, spiritually. And there's a lion here, right? And then you see here, Goddess Bast. I hope Bast or Bast. I will look it up later. And she's got two cats over here, speaking to being strong, having courage, and your independence. And you know, I love this goddess over here. I've been having her up for a minute now. Goddess Sekhmet, the Red Lady. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. So this feline goddess energy, oh, I love it. It's so powerful. It's independent. We know cats are independent and they're smarter than dogs. But I'm just saying, look, it's saying your independence, standing for your truth, following your intuition. Even if it's scary, going into unknown territory to better yourself. It's a wonderful thing, and you're being divinely supported with Goddess Bast. I'm just going to leave this beautiful goddess here. Thank you, Goddess Bast. And then on the bottom, ooh, Sieg. Quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So when I see this goddess, she's saying here as well, you know, there's secrets involved. High Priestess, I mentioned, is also someone who is the keeper of secrets, or a secret being revealed, possibly. But she's really all about that energy of deep knowing, seeing beyond the veil. That book of wisdom in her laps has every thought, everything. It's like the Akashic Records, just knows everything. And then she's someone, when you see that card, is about following your intuition. You ask a question, you already know. When I get the High Priestess, it's like you already know what's going to happen. You already know how they feel. You already know what you're supposed to do. So trusting your intuition, but at the same time, the High Priestess is also about secrets. The moon is about secrets. Because the moon, even though the full moon is about illumination into your subconscious, it's also hidden fears coming out. So Goddess Sieg, with the quiet time, speaking to secrecy, but let me read about her. Thank you, Goddess Sieg. So let's just put this over here and let's read about both. I feel like this is really speaking to, with you, whatever you're doing, you have to be mindful to not, with the Ace of Swords, not with your speech, with your communication. It's saying secrecy, to keep it down low. Whatever big moves you're making, not letting people know until you've done it. All right, Sieg, quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Message from Sieg. Shh. Dearest one, quiet your mind, breathe, and let go of words, worry, and plans. Go into that space of silence deep within you, that vortex of peace where the world doesn't enter. Now is the time to retreat in silence and spend time alone. I'll lovingly help you rejuvenate and recenter yourself. Don't try to make any decisions now. Just allow your mind to be at rest. You'll know soon enough when it's time to take action. But for now, quiet your mind, rest. Various meanings of this card. Go on a retreat. Listen more and talk less. Avoid loud noise and sounds. Meditate. Surrender mind chatter to heaven. Know that you're more sensitive to noise now. About Sieg, pronounced Sig or Siege. Okay. The Gnostic goddess Siege is considered to be the great silence. Sorry, the music just cut off. Is considered to be the great silence or void from which all creation sprang. Siege reminds us that words create duality and that in silence we find our true origin and self. Quiet is omnipresent power that gives birth to wisdom, just as the Gnostics hold that Siege is the mother of Sophia, the goddess of wisdom. Siege teaches that our roots are in the silent void of the universe and that it's important for us to reconnect with silence regularly. Let's read about Goddess Bast. And this is the one that came out on the top. Independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Message from Bast. Like the cat, you're fiercely independent, yet you also need affection and playful companions. Now is the time to balance your social interactions with solitude. So that's 2 cards of taking time alone, retreat, by yourself, keeping things quiet, being a little secretive. Okay, so now is the time to balance your social interactions with solitude. While you may ask others for their opinions, ultimately you must make your own decisions. Your freedom and independence are top priorities, so ensure that these characteristics are nurtured. Spend time alone. Give yourself permission to play. Ask for your needs to be met. Make your own decision. Work with cats. Pay attention to your pet feline and or get a new cat. About Bast rhymes with mast. Mast. Bast. Okay. The Egyptian goddess Bast transforms into a cat each night and protects her family. What did I say, guys? And I did not memorize this card. It's like this feels like a strong, spiritual, powerful friend. Like this goddess Bast, okay? So the Egyptian goddess Bast transforms into a cat each night and protects her family and those who call upon her with her all-seeing night vision. She exhibits the cat-like traits of the feminine, which include gracefulness, independence, playfulness, and intuition. Bast also works with cat lovers to help their feline companions. The daughter of the sun god Ra, Bast has the rare distinction of being both a moon and a sun goddess. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you, Goddess Bast. I love it. Thank you, Goddess Siege. I love my goddesses. My goodness, that was amazing. All right. Now, before we get to the last 2 love oracle cards, this is the crystal reading cards. I want to give you guys a crystal and chakra to work with for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. Can we get a crystal and chakra to work with for Taurus for the 16th to the 22nd of April? Best life. For the 16th to the 22nd, what crystal do they need? Now, if you guys don't have the crystal, you can just get a picture off the internet. Something, look at it, get a really nice, beautiful, powerful crystal pick. And all you got to do is just take some time looking at it. It works. Just looking at the crystals can give you energy. So, this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 16th to the 22nd. And that 4 of Pentacles, that's solo energy. I was saying being cut off, unreceptive, not trusting people, holding tight to what you have. And the goddesses are backing that up. They're going, yeah, do that. You can have fun, but for this period of what's popping off, keep it quiet, spend time solo, and trust your own decisions and nurture your independence and freedom, because that is what gives you your, it says your foundation for strength and success comes from your independence. All right, there we go. Selenite, spiritual awakening. My goodness, I am not kidding you. This looks like, I'll show you. Anyways, Selenite, spiritual awakening, and on the bottom, emerald, compassion. And you know this is Taurus's crystal, emerald, so I'll read both. But I have this picture here. Oh, I can't show it to you because then I have to show my phone and everything. You'll see. I put a crystal. It's quartz though. It's not selenite, but it looks just like this for your daily thumbnail that I was going to put for the 17th and 18th. I already made it. It looks just like that. Okay, so let me read this before I move forward here. Selenite, we know, guys, I have a big piece here usually. It's something that never needs to be charged. It can charge your crystals just by simply laying your crystals on the selenite and cleanses it. Can't leave it out in water or else it'll melt a bit. It's a very, very amazing, affordable crystal. It's not expensive. And then emerald, beautiful emerald, that's your crystal, Taurus. So let me look up selenite first. Which is good because everybody can get a piece of selenite. So you're going through a spiritual awakening. It says white to translucent with striations. It's related to the crown chakra, so right on top of your head. Selenite is a powerful lightsaber of universal energy. This potent crystal sends energy into the crown chakra, bathing the body in the loving, healing energy of the cosmos and clearing away the old and making way for new, vibrant energy and a deeper spiritual connection. Crystal meaning: works as a vacuum cleaner to purify and cleanse the aura, opens and stimulates the crown chakra, bringing in the divine light of the cosmos, allows you to move forward in strength, connects to your higher self and I am presence. It says you've attracted this card today because you're entering into a powerful time of spiritual awakening. There are specific cycles and times in life when the opportunity to deepen spiritually are more potent than others. This is your time now, as you are gifted with the opportunity to awaken to deeper aspects of this wisdom within yourself. If you've been feeling a little ungrounded and dizzy of late, or just feeling confused about things in your world, know that this is perfectly fine and is a part of your spiritual awakening. It can stir things up for a while as the new energies integrate and ground into your day-to-day life. That's this Seven of Swords I was talking about, right? You don't quite know your surroundings yet. It's all new. You feel like a tourist, but you're trying and you have faith in yourself. All right. So the Devas of Selenite have arrived to carry you through the sacred time of awakening. Open and receive this potent energy into your world. Your conscious awareness is expanding, and profound spiritual insights and deeply held ancient wisdom are surfacing from deep within. You are encouraged to honor this process for yourself and trust and open to the experiences that are being shared with you at this amazing time. You may feel inspired to study spiritual books, attend courses and workshops, join a meditation group, and experience different forms of healing and self-discovery. Or be guided to travel to a spiritually inspired location or retreat. Retreat. That was the second mention of retreat. For some of you, that might be something that you're looking into. Remember, this time of spiritual awakening is a sacred opportunity for you to embrace your true magnificence, trust your own guidance and intuition, and enjoy this amazing journey of awakening. All right, thank you. Now let's read about emerald real quick. Emerald. Compassion. Opaque to translucent greens in color, and it's related to the heart chakra. So now we have the crown chakra, which is on top of your head, and the heart chakra. So for heart healing, which is right in the middle of your chest. So emerald has been recognized for its powerful medicine of love and compassion for centuries. It was found in the breastplates of the kings and queens from ancient times. This sacred stone shares the medicine of the heart and invites you to deepen into the love and compassion of your organic nature. The crystal meaning: promotes divine love and compassion, assists in staying connected to the wisdom of the heart, deeply activates the heart chakra and assists in creating intimacy, assists in letting go of old connections and superficial relationships. Which is why there's all these cards saying retreat, solo, starting over. Little bit cut off, unreceptive to being, social here. It says here, you've attracted this card today because your current situation is calling for a deeper level of compassion. Although this is your natural state of being, at times, due to life experience, your heart can close off to this compassionate love. You are being called to drop deeply into your heart as you awaken the pure essence of who you truly are. If you've been feeling a lack of love for yourself, those around you, and the situations in your life, This is a wonderful opportunity for you to expand your heart as you are being guided and supported to awaken the compassion that lies within. Opening up to compassion is the only way for you to truly love yourself and heal the current situation at hand. You're being encouraged to let go of any judgments and expectations you may have about yourself or others. It's time to forgive yourself and let go of any self-criticisms as you allow compassion to heal your heart. This is really about loving yourself here. You are encouraged to be gentle at this time. The Devas of Emerald invite you to open and let them shine their healing light of compassion deeply into your heart. Place this card on your heart chakra and breathe this healing energy deeply into your being to bring a deep sense of compassion. And I love how it's stressing so much compassion for yourself. It's okay not to know. I always say with Seven of Swords too, nobody knows everything when they're starting something new in a new place. Okay, that tourist energy, that's okay. Take it easy on yourself. All right, these are the last two oracle cards. These are the love oracle cards. This is Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. Can we please get some clarification here for the love and romantic lives of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the 16th to the 22nd? Can we give some guidance for those Taurians who need to hear this to manifest their best life in the areas of love and romance, please? What does Taurus need to know? Can we give them a card of guidance? And I'll peek on the bottom for the period of April 16th to the 22nd, please. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the 16th to the 22nd of April. Woo! That just flew out. Hold on, let me go look for it. Where did you go? And it's flipped out. So, okay. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. And then on the bottom, we've got, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. This looks like family stuff. So let's talk about that real quick. Let go of control issues. And the romance angels have heard your prayers about your love life. Now it's up to you to allow their help to manifest by stepping out of their way. By trying to control other people or external circumstances, you'll only frustrate yourself and slow down your answered prayer. There are plenty of times in life that call for you to take charge, but this isn't one of them. Of course, it's fine to have your preferences, practice visualizations, and hold intentions. Definitely ask the angels for your desires. This card is a reminder, however, that your prayer may be answered differently from what you had in mind. Be open to all possibilities. And trust in God's infinite wisdom and compassionate love. And that's for the divine, okay? Any way you believe in it. Control issues are based upon fears that others, including God or the divine, won't live up to your expectations. This is also called outlining, where you hand the universe a script of how you want it and everyone to behave. Outlining could cause you to overlook an even more beautiful way in which your prayers may be answered. So please call upon the romance angels to elevate your levels of trust so that you can enjoy the creative avenues by which true love comes to you. So Taurus, this is basically saying whatever ideas you have about your perfect mate, what you're looking for on your checklist, that King of Pentacles energy, okay? Whatever it is, this card is telling us here that for those Taurians that this reading is for, okay, if it resonates or not, saying it's not going to be what you expect. You may have a type or a preference, but the person that's coming into your life is not going to be fitting into that type or presence. For some of you, it might be that, oh, this person has to be of this cultural background, has to be of this faith, and I understand that, I really do. But that's why I was like, because of the let go of control issues, it's saying that's called outlining, giving a long list of things that you need, the criteria, and you're going to find that whatever comes into your life, this new wonderful opportunity, and they're saying it's something you may overlook because they're not looking or like what you want them to look like, or maybe they're not the type that you were expecting. But they're saying you're going to lose out on a wonderful opportunity if you do that. So keep that in mind. And then forgiving and learning. Now, why are you like this? Let's see. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. The romance angels have heard your desire for great love, and they bring you this card as guidance. They see that your heart can give and receive the bliss of romance by clearing away the cobwebs of the past. The angels know that you've been hurt before, and that you're wary of being hurt again. Yet your defenses are creating barriers to allowing love into your life. And that's the Four of Pentacles. Cut off, unreceptive, closed off. You're like, what do you want from me now? As you heal your past, you won't keep recreating it. After all, you attract into your life the situations and relationships that remind you of what you've already experienced, because that is a primary tool of healing. To change to a healthier relationship pattern, it's necessary to detoxify any old anger, blame, or unforgiveness you may be holding. This includes forgiving yourself. If you call upon the angels and ask them to help you release and heal your past, they'll clear away the heaviness so that your heart can soar with happiness. So really, we've got, again, two different cards saying be gentle with yourself. New territory, new fresh start. You're doing great. Whoever comes into your life is not going to be what you expect or what you may think you want or what you know you want, maybe. But the romance angels or the spirit guides here are saying you may overlook something. Woo, look at that. Okay. Like attracts like. If you're longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. Very straightforward. This beautiful little girl playing a doll with a doll that looks just like her with a doll. This is the law of attraction. Speaking to. And you know what? Number 2. I think that's the high priestess, right? Yeah, it is. So 2 and 2, high priestess. Intuition is like attracts like. And so, you know, being in the vibration of what you want to attract. And then we've got look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. Number 11. And here we are with the strength card. And 11, I believe, is the justice card. Speaking to that Libra full moon again. Because Libra is the scales. But I'll read this. And on the bottom, we'll just take a peek. Do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. 41. But we're going to read these two. All right. Like attracts like, number 2. When we want to create something, the law of attraction states that we need to be in the vibration of what we want to create. Love will come to you easily if you surround yourself with love and easily find things to love about your life. Take a moment to think of the many things you love. And then we have number 11, look to your inner strength. So we've got 2 themes here of strength as well. You are stronger than you realize. The angels are asking you to dig deep inside of your inner self. The strength is in you. Though it may not feel like it right now, you will be able to push through this. Believe in yourself and know that you have the power within you. So, Taurus, as far as your love life goes, we've basically gotten, you know, a little bit of a reprimand here with the like attracts like and not having this outlining going on with this long criteria, this King of Pentacles energy of like, you know, they have to be like this, they have to fit into this world because, you know, I've got responsibilities and this is what I come from and this is what they have to fit into. So it's saying it's not going to be like this. This is maybe something completely different. They might be, you know, connecting you with you spiritually, but they might not belong to the same faith. They might be a wonderful person, but they might not belong to your community. Up to you, however you want to play this. And forgiving and learning, of course, is, again, being gentle with yourself. And you can't, with this like, let's put these two together, okay? Like attracts like, and forgiving and learning can't attract what you want to attract unless you're in that vibration. And I don't really have to tell you, Taurus, because you got Empress and Ace of Cups. You are in that vibration. That's why you're going to bring in something. It's not going to be what you're expecting. Strength and a time is saying trust your strength and success is based on the foundation of your independence. Time to quietly, solo, keep it on the down low, make your moves, don't tell the world. Even like, you know, in most cultures, there's this saying of keeping things quiet until you're done, until, you know, you have the money in hand, until you have the move done, and then you can talk about it. So whatever it is, even if it's childbirth too, maybe having the baby, you know, there's a period even then with secrecy where you keep it quiet for a few months and you don't tell everybody. Just for, you know, to get that bad vibes off, you know, that mojo off of you, so you don't have all that gossip and talk that drains you. So that's your reading. Strength, intuition, this full moon bringing new changes. Watch out for it. It's a wonderful time for you guys. You're divinely protected. I feel like spiritually you're leveling up. This is a beautiful reading. This is what I have for you for the 16th to 22nd. Tomorrow I'll put up a daily for the 17th to the 18th. Love you all. Take care. I'm so glad to be back. Missed you. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.